Hello and welcome to Mpower, your weekly inspirational and meditative light working show. This is Dr. Bernard Alvarez of the Global Illumination Council welcoming you to another segment of Mpower. We have been off for a couple of weeks, but we will be starting to do weekly, hopefully next month, but let's say for now this will probably be a monthly broadcast. Today's topic, or featured topic, I should say, is what is your frequency? We're going to be discussing a little bit about the energetic world, understanding a little bit more about how we relate to the world inside of ourselves and how it creates the world outside of ourselves by the way that we think, the way that we act, the way that we react, and how the energetic fields of our body interact with one another. And when we're talking about frequency, let me simplify this by saying that there are basically two frequencies in the universal consciousness that we can align ourselves with. And those are, of course, love and fear. But on a sub-level, let us say subcategorically, there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of energetic fields and frequencies. David Icke explains it very well when he talks about channeling or even streams of consciousness, when he says it's kind of like tuning into a radio station or a television station. The frequencies are there. They're all around us constantly. We don't see them. We may not acknowledge them, and we may not even relate to them, but they are there. And the moment that we align ourselves with that particular frequency, whether it be that of love, whether it be that of attraction, whether it be that of activism or anything positive or negative, and any term you want to use, you can fill in the blank. But it becomes very real to us, and all of a sudden our consciousness aligns with that particular frequency. And when you're aligned on that frequency, a friend of mine always says it's like riding a wave, and it is. It's riding that wave of frequency, and that wave is very real, and it will have a specific outcome because of its natural intention. It is an intention that is created from Source, and it is a part of Source. It all stems back to the beginning of everything, when you could call it the Big Bang, or consciousness came to light. Call it God if you wish, but it is the intention put forth from the universe. So therefore, there is a beginning, a middle, and an end on this time 3D model that we seem to be living on, and I do mean seem. Let us be clear that everything that we partake in, everything that we consider to be real, is merely an illusion created by us and depixelated, for lack of a better term, or pixelated into what we consider our reality. So therefore, when I'm saying the beginning, middle, and end of something, it is strictly here in the illusory field of waking consciousness. Now, to get a little bit further into the idea of what frequencies are, what your energetic abilities are, and how this applies to your life, how does this apply to your happiness, how does this apply to what you are bringing into your world, we can easily quote the law of attraction, but it's a much more subtle than that. The subtleties of our energy, and I've spoken about this before in the past, the subtleties of the energy are first of all, there are probably millions throughout the day that we are subjected to and are aligned with at any given moment. We have moments of happiness, sadness, anger, feelings of joy, feelings of unhappiness, feelings of love, feelings of hate, whatever it may be at any particular given specific moment. That is that frequency moving through us. But we also must understand that we are the, how shall I say, the antenna, so to speak, the broadcasters. We are the ones broadcasting and allowing this energy or frequency to move through us. And as the broadcaster of that energy, as the one who is the conduit, is a very good term to use for this, as the conduit of the frequency, of the energy, we must be responsible for that. We are responsible for our words. We are responsible for our actions. We are responsible for our thoughts. Now, this is not to say that this gives us the right or gives us the ability to act and do as we please. If anything, it gives us a greater opportunity to take a greater responsibility in changing and creating a better world for everyone. If we were to say that every human being on the planet was a conduit of love, frequency, or energy at any given moment, we can only imagine the incredible world that we could be living in if we are all aligned with the natural world, the non-technological world. What an incredible world we would be living in. And the same goes for what is happening in today's stream of consciousness of a global unit of the wars and the destruction of nature and whatnot, because it seems to be we allow ourselves to get angry, and we allow ourselves to have fear. We allow ourselves to think that we are above nature or above another race or lifestyle or another human, without the idea that we are all equal conduits of the frequency. It does not matter if it is your family. It does not matter if it is your government. It does not matter if it is a disrespectful friend, neighbor, family member. These things do not matter, because they are also conduits of frequency and of energy. And we must respect every human being, every animal, every living blade of grass, and every tree for being a conduit of this energy and this frequency, whatever that frequency may be for that particular being. As I say this in the way that I hope is making a little sense to you. I hope this gives you a bit of clarity and understanding the need, and I don't want to use the word need, the observation of the necessity of having compassion for all beings. And there really must not be any excuse for us to say it is okay to send negative thoughts toward any particular person, negative thoughts toward ourselves, which we seem to have been conditioned to do by our public and by our media, to make us feel ugly, to make us feel mean, to make us feel not good enough, whether it be economically or aesthetically or of our race or our gender or whatnot. These are all conditions that are external to us. And as we begin to understand that we are these conduits of energy, that we are the creators of our frequency, we are the tuners of the knob, and we can choose to turn the knob in any direction that we choose to. We have the ability to align ourselves with love. We have our ability to align ourselves with compassion. We have the ability to align ourselves with prosperity. We have the ability to align ourselves with an already utopian world vision. And as we begin to immerse ourselves within that vision, within that frequency, as we become the conduits of that particular frequency, we are giving others the ability to see what is possible, that these things are attainable through the internal, which will eventually give out to the external. And at this point, I really am feeling a strong need to share with everyone, as far as our spirituality and our truth movement is concerned, that the necessity and the absolute necessity that we have come to a place now, in my personal observation and what I'm receiving from the emissaries of light, that the population has already grown through its outrage. We have evolved into outrage of government, into outrage of human disaster, human-created disaster, annihilation of one another, whether it be through race wars, genocide, economic imbalance, and whatnot. The outrage is there, the outrage is known, and we must move past the anger of this. This is done. The New World Order is here. The New World Order has wars happening. The New World Order is controlling the media, which in turn is trying to control your thought process. We already know this, and it is already a fact, and it is something that we need to move beyond. It is something that we must not shout at anymore, for all we are doing is aligning ourselves with the fear and the anger that is being perpetuated by those who think they are in charge of our world. We are aligning ourselves with the frequency of destruction by doing so. We are aligning ourselves with the frequency of hatred by doing so. And the time has now come for humanity to accept what has become, to take responsibility for its own thoughts, for its own actions, and the time has come to move into a place of alignment with the utopian world that is possible, has been here before, and will be here again. There is no more need to yell. There is no more need to share fear or alarmism or hatred toward those who may be in charge or feel that they are in charge. It's done. It's over. They've done it. Now we must move on, pick up the pieces, and align ourselves with our own higher frequencies and move into a place of accepting what has happened and moving into a place of making things better for ourselves and in turn making the world a better place for one another. As we do this, we will find that our lives become simpler. We begin to shed off old belief systems. We begin to let go of the old ideas of who we think that we are, that were created by our ego, and we allow ourselves to move into a place of our higher consciousness, our higher beings, and our higher selves, giving us direction, giving us inspiration, and nudging us in the right direction as needed because we are aligned with that frequency of love. We must detach ourselves from the alignment of the frequency of fear, whether it be those who we listen to on the radio, those that we watch on television, or friends that may be a part of our life that are pushing this into our realm of consciousness and stream of daily waking consciousness. The time has now come to remove yourself from this fear, take responsibility with your frequency, with your energetic world. Take responsibility to align yourself with your higher self, with your higher consciousness, and take the responsibility to listen and follow through on what your heart, your gut, your spirit is telling you. There is no more excuses. We have moved to a place where we are now evolved enough to understand ourselves. We have moved and evolved to a place where we understand our history, and we have moved to a place where we understand who and what we truly are and what we are made out of. We are holographic beings with holographic awareness, holographic consciousness. It is merely an illusion, and we are merely the vessel for the consciousness to acknowledge itself, and that is all we are. We are not better than one another. We are not better than the earth. We are not better than the New World Order. We are not better than the White Brotherhood. We are not better than the Galactic Federation of Light. We are not better than anything because we are all interconnected, and we now know this. And now that we know this, it is time for us to take responsibility for our frequency. Be vigilant in what you allow into your consciousness. Be vigilant in what you allow into your field of vision. Be vigilant of what you allow into your heart, into your emotion, into your relative world, and relative meaning 3D world, your home, your job, your neighborhood, whatnot. Be aware of what you are aligning yourself with. Be aware of what feelings you are aligning yourself with. Become aware of any uncomfortable feelings of behavior that you find within yourself, and do your best to correct that. Become aware of the positive behaviors in yourself and do your best to enhance that. All of this will bring the peace and the clarity and the grounding that is needed in order for us to move forward as a human race. We are here to empower you, we are here to support you, and we are here to tell you the time has come to move beyond the fear. The time has come to move beyond the outrage. The time has come to accept the collapse of what is and move into the rebuilding of what could be. We have moved past the past. We are moving into a new realm, into a new age, into a new world of peace, of love, and of understanding. There will not be room for those with anger. There will not be room for those with hatred. There will not be room for those who feel a necessity of sharing fear, alarmism, of trying to goat others' emotions further. We speak of other radio hosts who do this. We speak of Bernard, who used to do this and has now moved beyond that. And we speak of those that will continue to come and try to bombard you with fearful and alarmist titles, fearful and alarmist articles, blogs, videos. It is what it is, what it is, and you must come to understand that this is where you are. You are at 0.1. Where you are from now is where you will continue to align and to grow and to move into the direction of your clarity. And in order to help you, we would like to help you ground and teach you an exercise, a very simple exercise in grounding and remaining grounded into your planet, aligning with the frequency of your living planet, which is alive, which sustains you, which you are a part of its ecosystem, and you are one with. Let us take a few deep breaths, breathing in through our nose, taking just a moment. Again, take a deep breath through your nose, filling your bellies, and slowly exhaling. And as you exhale, begin to get comfortable in your chair or your seat or standing wherever you may be. And allow your feet to get relaxed, your ankles, your legs. Allow your waist and your back. Inhaling calmness, exhaling stress. And bring this peaceful relaxation up your back and your shoulders and your arms. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Until your entire face, from your top of your head to the bottom of your toes, are relaxed, feeling calm, feeling at peace, breathing easily, breathing calmly. And let us begin by visualizing a golden light coming down above your head, going into the crown. A light of clarity, of streaming white, bright light going into your crown, down into your head, down your neck and your spine, knowing that this is the true divine source that is pure, bright light, and allowing the light to go down your feet into the earth, from the top of your head down to your feet, sending this light down into the earth, going below your feet, going below the floors, below the soil, shooting deeper and deeper into the earth's crust and through the earth's mantle, through the magma, shooting this ray of light down into the core of the earth, shooting it into the core of the earth and allowing it to wrap around the earth, the core, So you have the light streaming from the top of your head, going through your body, connecting you to the core of the earth, melding with the energies of the earth's core. And now we're going to reverse and begin to pull up the energy of the earth's core. Feeling the connection that is already established, let us meld the energies of the divine, the universal source, with that of the mother. And let us begin to draw the energy of the Great Mother up through the core, drawing the energy up through the magma, through the crust, up through the soil, up through the floor, up through your feet and into your legs. And as it moves up your legs, visualize the light intermingling the energies of Earth with the energies of Universal Source, mingling and moving through your every vein, moving through your every capillary, moving through every field of energy that is within you and directly outside of you, melding into one brilliant light, melding into one brilliant energy as above and below, being one, connecting you with Earth, connecting you with the source of the universe. Visualize this energy moving up through your body and reconnecting up to the top of your crown, and also streaming back up to the source of the universe. And let us just take a few moments to sense and feel the energy moving through every blood vessel, through every capillary, knowing that we are grounded with the earth, knowing that we are connected to the universal source of all things. Let us sense this and use this as a baseline. Let us use this and sense this as a baseline to compare all other frequencies. How far off center are we when we move out of this? How far off center do we wish to move? How far off center do we need to move to make change? How much are we comfortable with? And now let us slowly begin to bring ourselves back into this waking consciousness, feeling the tingling of the energy still remaining in our bodies. Let us allow ourselves to remain connected with the energies of Mother Earth. Let us remember that everything is alive. Everything from the trees to the wind to the birds to the grass to the waters to us. And let us remember that all is connected to the source of the universe. And as we begin to slowly awaken, coming back to this time and place, we slowly begin to open our eyes. If you have them closed, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and bring yourself back to this place, back to this 0 point of which you can create any thought and align yourself with any frequency. Know that you are an energetic field yourself. You are merely a conduit for the energy. Your ego lies to you. Your ego tricks you. Your ego is not real. Remember, this is what is real. Your alignment with Mother Earth and your connection with the universal source. Have a beautiful week or a beautiful month. We look forward to coming back to Mpower, hopefully in the next week or so. If not, we will most definitely be back next month. Everyone, be blessed and be happy. And always know it is your choice at any given moment to feel what you are feeling, and it is your privilege to change it. Have a wonderful, wonderful life.